Hello there, everybody. How's it going? It's been a little while since I did a live stream, so I thought I'd get up this morning and do a little catching up because there's been quite a few things going on the last month or so. And I don't know, I just haven't live streamed as much. I've been a little busy with a lot of things, doing school, doing work, cleaning up the house. There's a bunch of projects trying to do before it gets really, wet and rainy in the winter and whatnot. So haven't had too much time on my hands to be as active on YouTube lately, but I am working on it. I thought, instead of just jumping right into, some of the pop culture stuff that's going on lately, I'd just talk a little bit, just try to, just mellow, get a good start. For me, I consider this early, but I'm trying to get up earlier at some point, trying to get a earlier routine. I tend to always go to bed at like 2 a.m. at least, and it's like I need to actually freaking go to bed so I can get up early and get a good start on the day, but that's all good. Man, there has been quite a few things going on lately with Catwoman, Cyberfrog episode 9, Star Wars, of course, always. Christy's in the chat. What's up, Christy? What is up? Yeah, so life in general. Yeah, basically. Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, yeah, I have been going back to school again, doing math, some kind of algebra. It's the algebra right before college courses, and it is not fun. We're doing, polynomials and trinomials and, parabola and blah, 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 all this crap that no one wants to do. But what's funny, you guys, is that in my class, this is the first time this has happened in a long time. I feel like I'm back in high school, but with actual confidence. Like when I was a high school kid, I didn't have so much confidence in the world, but lately, so the girls in my math class are sitting around me and they all need help with their stuff, and I feel like that kind of genius that can help them out. So I'm just like approaching them, hey, do you want some help? And trying to talk to them that way, trying to see if they want to hang out and do other things, and it is working out pretty damn well. So I'm feeling quite good about that. Oh, sweet, I got a super chat from the Ryan Kennel. Says, nah, brah, bed at 2, wake up at 6. Yeah. Hashtag grind. Hell yeah. Thanks for that, Ryan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. How can anybody go to bed before midnight? I mean, if I'm thinking about it, how can you go to sleep before midnight? My body won't let me. I used to work graveyard shifts all the time a couple years back, and ever since then, I literally cannot fall asleep before midnight unless I'm like super sick and on cough medicine or some type of drugs or something. So, which I don't do drugs, of course. In fact, I've never smoked weed, which might surprise a lot of people based on how mellow I can seem at times and whatnot. But all of you, of course, know that I do not drink alcohol very often because my monetization stream, I tried some beers and I was not happy with it at all. It was quite disgusting. But I do like some alcohol, believe it or not, like whiskeys, some vodkas, stuff like that. Some mixed drinks are all right, not horrible. Yeah, it's all about the taste to me. It's like if it doesn't taste good, I don't want to drink it. It's like, if it makes me feel good, I mean, that's cool, but I'd rather have the double it tastes good and feels good rather than the it just makes you buzzed or something. So, yeah, still growing in that area. Let's see who else is in here. Got the Ancient One in the chat. What's up, dude? We got Christy again. Says, damn, at least try edibles. I don't know about that. We'll see. I should probably get my chat up on my phone so I don't have to lean over to my computer because I cannot see that as well. Yeah, there's going to be some people doing some work on my roof and whatnot, so you might hear some banging in the back, and that is not my next-door neighbor getting it taken to her, so just don't worry about that. So how's everybody in the chat doing? It's been a little while. I feel like I should do some live streams more often, get back into the flow. I feel like I've lost my broadcaster vibe. I used to have like a good morning, everybody. How's it going from the east and the west and, wherever you are in the world, what is up? And like I was doing some live streams back then with the Rookie Corner like a year ago, just having random guests on, having a random group of friends, and just called it the Rookie Corner. But now I just kind of do the one-on-ones sometimes, and I'm usually a guest on other people's live streams, or I try to do a watch party here or there, which this Friday, speaking of the devil, I'm going to do a discussion about Rambo because I don't want to do a watch party for every single Rambo film because we did one on the first one, and that one was great. So I can talk about that in a minute too, give my thoughts on it. I need to get a review out of that at some point too, and same with Kill Bill and all these other, the Karate Kid, Alien, Jaws, the classics that I've seen. I need to do little reviews of them so you don't have to look through a 2-hour live stream to get the main concept over there. I'm going to pull the chat up on my phone real quick, see if anybody else is popping in. Got a text real quick. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day. It's the middle of the week. For a lot of people, this is like one of the worst. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. To me, this is like my only day off where I don't have school and work. I have school 2 days a week, 2.5-hour classes, and then I work on Fridays through Mondays. So yeah, just responding to a text really quick. I am not the best multitasker when it comes to talking and then typing something different. I have not mastered that yet, not in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to try to get the chat up on my phone without having the freaking audio play through, because I always press things when the audio is still on. Let's see who is hanging around. All right, yeah, I also don't make videos that are basically on the pop culture news lately, so you might not see my opinion on that too often. That's why I don't think it's a horrible idea if I do a live stream every now and then to kind of summarize my thoughts, just do a small chat for a little bit, get to talk to you guys one-on-one. Those are kind of fun. Yeah, Teresa Martin's in here. What's up, Teresa? And Christy just loads math. Yeah, who couldn't? I feel like the only reason they have math class is literally just so that they can say, well, that's required, so you need to do it. Yeah, but why do we have to do it? Because it's required. And it's like, okay, thanks, great. Ancient One is here. He says he's doing well, and it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a live stream, but yeah, I'm doing good now. I'm feeling it in the morning this morning. I don't know why. I don't know. Like, I feel like this should be an easy type of thing to get up and stream, but sometimes I have more creativity in my mind, and I want to go and write things down, and I want to start doing some stuff. And all fact, I do have an exam tomorrow, which I should probably be studying for, which I'll do later today. I'll do that later today, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But just one sec. Yes, the kitty is safe. Yeah, I don't want my cat outside while the roofers are doing work, or she won't come by the house for like a whole day, pretty much. Just making sure that she is right next to me and pretty much on my worker clothes that I was going to wash, but whatever. All right. So yeah, let's just bring up. Hold on. So Ancient One says, hey, I should ask, did I ever introduce you to Mad Squirrel? No, Ancient One, you have not introduced me to Mad Squirrel, but I do know of her. I have seen her around on General Zod's streams or Pop Culture PB around those channels, so I am aware of them. But, all right, so I think I can start talking about some of the pop culture stuff. But before that, I'm going to give a little shout out to my patrons. Yes, I do have a Patreon, believe it or not. There's a link in the description below. And I've got my patrons. That's those two bald guys, Christy Miller, Tari LG, and Abby O'Lace. My Patreon, my patrons are going to be very, very useful to me, especially going forward in 2020, because I am already trying to work on a huge film project in the background. I'm getting that going, and it is going to be my biggest one yet. I'm not going to announce anything about it publicly. I'm just going to tell you that there is something in the works. I am working on it. I'm already talking to a lot of people that I'm casting for it. I'm trying to get an idea on what type of camera I could get, maybe a green screen, and trying to get the technology that I need for it. If I'm going to do some type of crowdfunding thing to help get a little bit of money for it, because I do have a Subway paycheck, so it's not like I'm rolling in the dough making sandwiches. So we'll see. Let's see. Ancient One says, I'll show you a link on your Twitter. She's a really nice person once you get to know her. Yeah, I'm aware of her, Ancient One. I've talked to her before. Popped in on some streams where she's also there. But I got your link. So, yeah, I got you. But, yeah, so Catwoman has been out, and I think that's on the DC streaming service. And I'll be honest, I don't really care. It's like I don't want to get the streaming service so that I can watch something that I don't want to watch. I thought if I, were to get the streaming service, then there has to be more reason for it. And I do like the Justice League animated series, and I like some of the Young Justice. I like the original Teen Titans. So there are some DC things that I like. I like a few of the movies, I guess. But there's just not enough reason for me to want to buy a whole nother streaming service. For the longest time, I've been wanting to do a video about streaming services and like comparison to discs and whatnot. And do you guys know there's over 30 streaming services? Like, you wouldn't know about that. I mean, because there's only the few popular ones. There's Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, HBO, maybe Crackle, Vudu, just a couple of them, Popcorn Flicks maybe. But there is way more. There's like just way more. I have a huge list, and I'll share those at some point. I'm trying to get a video that will be able to describe it well enough, because I wrote a script for it like a year ago, and information has changed and some of my opinions have changed, and I'm trying to gather new information and try to make like a good informational type of video series. But everything keeps on changing, and I keep on getting motivation to do another type of video. So that's where my attention keeps on getting focused on. And even right now, like I have so many ideas in my head. Right now is the most creative I've felt in the longest time. And I've been just writing things down like crazy. And one of the things I had to write down and complete was a rap battle, believe it or not. I was listening to some epic rap battles of history and was getting the rhyming in my head, kind of everything I'm saying. I'm kind of rhyming on accident. And then I was just looking at my old streaming versus discs script that I used to have, and I'm like, this is going to take forever to get out. And I was like, well, it'll take a while to do that, but what if I made that into a rap battle? So I made a streaming versus discs rap battle, and I was going to release it now, just raw acapella, but I think I want to wait until I have a beat that can go to it and some visuals that I can put to it, so it's not just a black screen with some words with the lyrics. So like, it would be fun to release it now, but I'm going to wait till I find a beat. And it's so long, it's like a two-parter. It's like 4 minutes total of a rap battle back and forth between streaming services and discs. I'm not a rapper really, but I do like to rhyme, and I can do it whenever I want on a dime. I can do it anytime. Yeah, that's right. You're going to go with the flow. Just so you know, that's the way that I go. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That's how white boy raps. Indeed. Quite a bit. But anyway, Catwoman is out on the DC service. That's what I was supposed to be talking about. And I don't really care. My opinion on the CW shows are, I really liked Arrow season 1 through, I'll admit, through season 4, though in toward the end of season 3 is when I was starting to see the drop in quality. Like Damien, or was it Ra's al Ghul, was in season 3, and the whole plot with him like trying to do something to the city. Every single season, somebody's trying to destroy the city or to totally change the city in a drastic way. And it's just like, why is this happening all the time? And by the time you get to the 5th season and there's still like criminals trying to cause trouble in this specific city, I'm very baffled by that. It's like, okay, so this city has all these vigilantes and all these people that are trying to blow it up and whatnot, but you think as a criminal to like rob a bank or to hit on a girl or something, like, I don't know, not hit on a girl, of course, but like try to do some nasty against her will. It's like, I don't know, why would, it's just kind of ridiculous because there's more and more vigilantes in the city now. And it's like, why not just go to any other town where there isn't ones and pretty much rule there? I mean, maybe it could be because the town has been, having so much crap happen to it over the last, 4 or 5 years or 6 years. I have no idea what season they're on currently. It's like, okay, maybe it's a challenge. Maybe it's a challenge for them to try to take it over because nobody's won it. Maybe they want to be the ones that says, I conquered this city. But I don't know. Pocket Jack Comics says White Willie says White Lily #4 on Kickstarter. What's up, man? It's been a little while. But yeah, so Catwoman is just based on the looks of it, it just looks like an unnecessary one, another one to add to the multiverse of the Arrowverse, I think, because like Supergirl's in her own universe, but that intertwines with the Arrowverse kinda, and I think Catwoman's supposed to be a similar thing. But my interest has completely died out. I think that they kind of missed their opportunity to do it in a certain fashion, like the way I think they should have done the Arrowverse. Instead of having 6 TV shows that all intermingle and intertwine together, it just, maybe they could have had Arrow end after season 5. Like, I feel like he was 5 years on that island, and they showed 5 years of flashbacks throughout the season, tying the story together. And I think that it would have been smart if they ended it after season 5, and then the Flash could continue, DC's Legends could continue, Supergirl, whatever. But and Arrow and all his cast of characters can maybe cameo in some of those shows. And The Flash could end after like its 4th or 5th season, however long that one needed to be. And then same with DC's Legends and with Supergirl and whatever. If they're going to keep on adding to the universe, that's fine. But I think they shouldn't have 7 continuously running shows, because that just, I tried to watch it in a way that, I can, catch up on everything. Because if you watch just Arrow or just The Flash or just Supergirl, you'll miss like why there's a certain character here. So you have to go and like watch a certain order of each show episodes to get the proper order of what's happening and when. And that's ridiculous. It's like, that's a lot of extra work just to watch some shows, and you want to, be in the loop of what the hell's going on. And there's just too much going on to remember anything. I'm like, who's that character again? Were they important? I really don't remember. Oh, were they supposed to be dead? I don't remember that either. Okay. Were they in that show? Oh, well, I guess they're in this one now and they're alive. So, all right. So I'm not going to go see Catwoman, the show. There's, even if it's bad and fun to make fun of, it just doesn't seem worth the time, just personally. And that kind of goes with streaming services in general. Like, there's got to be enough there to grab you, to get you to want to see it and like see their shows consistently. That's why I've not dropped Netflix or Hulu, because Hulu has like South Park and Saturday Night Live and just some other shows and movies that aren't on some other services. And the reason why I haven't gotten something like HBO is because like the only show that I might watch would be Game of Thrones, but that's on Vudu, and Black Angus lets me watch that on his thing. So it's like, really no need for me to get that service. And then, just kind of how it goes when you divvy out the services. And like Amazon Prime, of course, has their own service, but that's more of a shipping thing. And then you also have the benefit of watching what's available, which there's usually not much, but they have like the old Disney original straight to DVD movies on there, which aren't great, but those are pretty nostalgic, like Double Team, Brink, the Paper Brigade. I think that's on there, but I'm not sure. If not, I have that on VHS. And like Jumping Ship, just Horse Sense, what was it, The 13th Year? There's a lot of those weird ones, but those are pretty fun. Let's go back in the chat real quick. And Black Angus says, hail, listening while black pipe in hand, of course. Or is that Alan's in the chat? Says, a rookie. And Ancient Ones here, greeting Black Angus reviews. What's up, guys? Yeah, I don't plan on this one being like a huge stream or nothing. I'm not inviting anybody on this morning. I'm not going to go for too much longer, really. Just like maybe 20 minutes. Just chatting, just chilling, just informing on things and whatnot. The next thing I'll comment on is Cyberfrog. I got Cyberfrog a little bit ago. I'm not going to spoil anything. I got it like last week. But damn, dude, I freaking loved that. And again, so a little history on that is I am not a comic book guy. I grew up being mostly a film dude, just a film guy. I love film. And I went on to EVS's channel through World Class Bullshitters because he was on there once and he was pretty funny. And I'm like, I'll check out Ethan Van Sciver. Why not? And he was hilarious doing his Star Wars videos. And every now and then he'd be like, hey, I got this little Cyberfrog idea. There's just a little frog guy, and he's, cybernetic, and, he's on this planet, and it's okay, whatever about it. We'll just go back to Star Wars real quick, and then later they'll go, and then there's these huge things called Vespers, these huge bees, basically, these hornets that come to Earth and turn humans' blood into wax or into honey, and, make your body into their wax and their homes and stuff, and for resources. And it's like, holy shit, what? And then he's got Salamandroid, this gigantic little brother. That's a salamander slash, it's a cybernetic salamander basically, and it's a huge one. And I'm like, dude, this sounds pretty cool. So I got to go see that. And finally I was able to read it, and I liked it because it was like, it entices you just enough. It's like, not that much happens in his book, I'll admit, but it sets the background for it, sets the stage for where you're going to be and how dire the situation is. And that's kind of cool because it's like, you want to see what happens next now. And I think that he did that in a very good way. So Cyberfrog gets my endorsement, and I like it. And let's see, Ancient One says, deeply understandable. Rosetta says, it's okay, rookie. I'm sick as a dog, but wanted to drop you some support. Thank you. I appreciate it. And then now I have not talked about Star Wars in forever because I don't really care to, because I feel like for the most part, me personally, I have already said almost every single thing that I can about Star Wars. And I just don't really feel the need to talk about it anymore. Even when I hear all these leaks and, I'm watching some people's videos coverage on it, and my interest is not even there to really hear the reports. Like I just don't care anymore. It's just that interest has been completely ripped away. And, but I mean, it's not at a point of total hate. It's just, lack of interest. So there's some things that can kind of look cool. And I'm like, oh, that looks neat, or that person would be kind of cool to be in that universe. All right, I guess that storyline would be okay, maybe. I guess. But I don't know. Seeing the episode 9 trailer just made me go, yep, I really don't care anymore. Not to say that every part of it was bad. I did a breakdown of it a while ago with my thoughts, but I don't know. Like the things that kind of bug me probably won't bug you. And it's like when the Star Destroyers in the trailer are all lined up together, like I'm a huge space guy. And I know that Star Wars is not it needs to be scientifically accurate, but still, within its own universe, they have ships in certain formations, and like they understand physics to a degree. So when its own universe introduces type of rules or how things work, you cannot say that it's not it's not realistic. It's not realistic to its own universe when you have all them lined up that way. There's no tactical strategy with that. In fact, that's horrible. That's worse. You're going to get worse. I mean, none of the ships in back can fire at ones in front because they're in the way. So, usually you have to be in different staggered formations to make anything happen. So I don't even know if that'll be a flashback scene or if that'll be just a, random derp moment, or that's the big battle for the big climax. I don't really care. It's just like, okay, that could be a flashback. That could be in the big battle. I don't care. Rey could be evil. I don't care. Rustica might not be in it. I don't care. Leia might be in it for a bit, or Luke might come back. I don't care. So I don't talk about it. Instead of, I don't have anything to comment on with it. So that's why I don't make any videos on it. That's why I don't do any live streams where I'm present talking about it. I remember quite a while ago when I used to be guests on many people's live streams. I'd just go and pretty much go to wherever I was invited to. I would always be somehow Star Wars would always get brought up, and it would always be The Last Jedi or something about Rian Johnson or something about Kathleen Kennedy. And I reached a point where I just felt like I was going in circles because I'm like, haven't I heard this? I was getting deja vu. I'm like, we've had this conversation before, but it was with other people, and it's the same conversation. And so I kind of backed away from those for a bit. So that I can hopefully get some different conversation. It's just because I can't contribute much to it because there's nothing more that I want to say to it. Like I said my piece, so it's pretty much said and done, and that's it. So that's pretty much all. That's even all for this whole video that I'm going to comment on Star Wars. Like there's really nothing else for me to say. And go back in the chat real quick here. So, Black Angus says, "Hail chat." Says, "Join me at 9 p.m. Eastern time, having Star Wars only. Rookie maybe on the panel." Yeah, I might be. I'll see what I'm doing tonight. I should be studying for my math exam later because I'm probably not going to start doing it this morning. So we'll see. Rosetta says, "I don't care at all about Disney fake Star Wars." And then Ancient One says, "Finds out the actress behind Rey suddenly snaps as she attacks the entire production crew as she takes the insanity plea." I mean, I don't know about that. I think Daisy Ridley and like Kelly Marie Tran and all them are fine. Even I forget the person who plays as Holdo, and then Oscar Isaacs. I don't talk about them all long enough to remember. What was Finn's name, Angus? I know you know. I forgot his name. Not Ortega. No. Yeah, I totally forgot his name. But and I think some of them could be decent actors and be in decent films. In fact, you guys might not have known this, but like Kelly Marie Tran and Daisy Ridley have like 30 acting credits. I'm actually starting a new video series soon that I haven't really mentioned too much, but I showed an intro to it on Twitter and people seem to like it. It's going to be about talking about actresses and talking about actors and directors. And the reason why I'm doing that is because there's been a lot of, he says, Gay Boyega. Oh, right. Yeah. John Boyega. That's who. Wait, John Boyega or Gay Boyega? Okay. I don't remember his first name now anymore. I don't remember Angus, but thanks. So I'm going to be talking about, like Jessica Alba or Michael Clark Duncan or, Amanda Bynes, just like, Bridget Wilson, the girl who played Sonya in the first Mortal Kombat. There's a lot of actors that you don't really hear about that much, and I want to talk about them because I know more about Brie Larson now than I do about actors that I like. And I mean, I'm thankful for all the footage and coverage that everybody gets about covering her, but just for me, those aren't videos I want to click on anymore, just because I feel like I've already gotten the gist of it. After Captain Marvel, there was all those, and I watched a lot of those ones, and like anything that Brie does now or that they do, I just don't really care. Again, it's just kind of like, I don't know. By now, are they just picking at the fans on Are they trying to get this specific reaction now? I mean, that's a possibility, but I don't know. And again, not saying anybody else shouldn't make those videos, because I think that's fine if they do, especially when I'll admit it is good content. It can be good content. But I'd rather throw some other stuff in the mix so that people, if they wanted to, can see some other things at the moment. Yeah. So some of those will be coming by soon. I already wrote down one of the scripts for one of them. That's another reason why you probably don't see me posting as much. I thought that I was going to do some of these, off the cuff videos, which I can do sometimes on some topics, but for some that I'm doing, that I'm giving some type of information on, I like to have what I'm going to say written so I can edit it and just make sure that it comes out properly. Because when I'm giving information, I want it to be accurate. And when I'm off the cuff or I just have notes, it just doesn't come off the same way to me. So, I try to, and this way I can kind of control how long the video is and insert clips toward certain parts. And, this kind of the old style film or video making that I used to do. So I'm trying to get back into that, because when I was working on the Rookie's Quest, I just made off the cuff ones. I did not do any other script ones for that whole time. So I'm trying to get back into it. And this way too, that when I start working on my next film project, like officially filming it, I'll have some scripts already made and hopefully recorded, so I can just edit the videos and then post those when they're done, and that'll be a lot easier to get things going. And the Ancient One says, and if I'm there to witness the glorious moment, I'll be going. Oh, yeah. Oh, he says, Rookie Critic and Mary Mayhem get together to drink one awesome Jack Daniels together is going to be the most glorious moment they've ever had in their lives. Oh, well, we've kind of already drank before. Actually, the first time that I had her on my channel was my birthday stream last year, and I brought her on because I was going to be drinking while I was streaming, and I was trying Jim Beam for the first time. And she either had Jack Daniels or something. She had some type of drink as well. And we had Tom Connors come in, Angus come in for a bit as well. I don't remember if he was drinking too or not. He's probably at work or something when he was doing that, but. Yeah, it's pretty fun. If I'm drinking something that I like, then I will drink probably live, which, some people might like that. Some people might not. Drunk Jeff, Drunk Rookie. I don't know. But all right. I was going to comment on the Freddie Prinze Jr. thingy about the fans. But again, I don't really care enough. And I had no idea who Freddie Prinze Jr. was. And then everybody's like, oh, Scooby-Doo. And I'm like, what? The hell are you talking about? Like, what, Fred? Oh, no, Freddy plays Fred. What? I had no idea. I thought that people were fucking with me. Like, what are you talking about? And then this guy. Okay. I guess I know who he is, maybe. And he's like said some stuff on a podcast or an interview or something. I don't really get the context of what his thingy was, but he said some things that maybe he just feels, I guess, and I don't really care. Again, I'm not going to comment on it because I just don't really care. Says whatever about fans, and it's like, well, that's not anything new. We've heard that from people over the last year, pretty much 2 years ago. That was like 2 years ago, pretty much now with The Last Jedi. So just to me, it wasn't anything to comment on because it's nothing new with what like actors or directors have said, media. So I don't know, it didn't really come off as anything surprising to me. But yeah, so if anybody wants to have a topic in the chat real quick before going or say anything, that'd be cool, because I'm probably going to wrap it up here in just a few minutes. I'm going to have some pizza for breakfast because I am a fat boy who likes to have soda and pizza and stuff. Which I am. There is a gym next door to my work, by the way, which I should probably go to more often. And I'm pretty sure I have a membership there that I just give $10 a month to. So I should probably go there after. See, that wouldn't be a hard thing. Like after work, after I close a shift or something, opening or closing, I could just go there because it's 24 hours and, at least, maybe lift a few weights. I usually walk home anyway. I could lift a few weights and then walk home and, have a little bit of a workout or, maybe go on the treadmill for a little bit. But I don't know. It's also winter and cold as shit. So trying to not do so much of the, walking outside while super moist, I suppose. All kind of wet. Let's see here. All right. Yeah. So there There will also be some projects coming in. Like I said, I want to start talking about what my next film project is going to be, but only some people will know some details about it, like the cast members I have, and I'll give some hints to it as well, as far as like there will be a lot more acting from other people in the next film project than from just me. It'll move on from it just mostly being me as the focus, and there will be other main characters that we focus on. And it won't be just as simple as before. I mean, it's going to be longer, a lot more content than the last one. So, I mean, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, so I think I'm about to wrap it up here in just a minute because, yeah, I just don't really. I'm getting kind of hungry. My belly's like, feed me pizza, my friend. I am hungry big time. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get back into the groove of this because I feel so stiff right now. I feel relaxed, but I also feel stiff, like as if I don't know what to say because I've been so used lately. I've been used to actually talking off of other people, and when I first was starting to live stream, I didn't really have that. I just kind of had to go off the cuff a little bit, and I was getting used to going off the cuff. But now I'm not as in that right now. I'm not into just coming up with something to say or a story to share, but I am. There are plenty of stories I can share, actually, and Angus will vouch for that, which I might have some new ones to share soon with some things going on in my life. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Angus, like you said, moist. Yes, I said that on purpose. I thought that would summon Brandon Moist all of a sudden. Just Brandon Moisture shall appear. I'll see. And if you get, I might do another stream tomorrow morning where I talk about like my thoughts on Game of Thrones now because it's been a little while since I gave an update on that, and I am halfway through season 4. Again, I only watch it sometimes, just every now and then. I have to be in a good enough mood to pay attention. Like if I'm not paying attention to what I am watching, then there's no point in me watching it. So sometimes I'll usually put some type of filler thing on, like South Park or SNL, because I've seen them enough to where like I know what happens without looking. So it's just background pretty much. And I can't have Game of Thrones on as a background because I'll either be paying attention to it so much to where I am distracted from what I'm doing, and or I'll just I just won't know what the hell's going on. I'll be watching it, but I won't be paying attention, and I'll be like, oh, who's that character? When did he get introduced? Oh, in the last scene? I was not looking at that scene, so I have no idea who or when that is. But that's about it. I'm just going to end it now. Nice, brief, and short. Let me know if you want to see some more of these in the mornings or evenings or something. I might try to do it, just like a half hour little one-on-one stream with me in the chat and, share some stuff, maybe invite on somebody to go back and forth with every now and then. Because I wanted to have the, I wanted to have the rookie corner back where I have a guest every week and my crew basically with me. But it's just like, that's too inconsistent because there's just not enough to really do with that, I guess. Let's see. Will says, Rook, you just described why I barely seen anything since about for about 2 years. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I know I wouldn't be paying attention to it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why if you're not paying attention to it, then why? That's why I like going to the movie theaters to see certain movies because there's nothing else to do but watch the movie, basically. So, I mean, that's why that usually works. All right. Yeah, so I'm basically just going to end it right now. I don't know. I'm just going to ramble on now. You see, now I'm at a point after I've been talking for 33 minutes. Yeah, about half an hour. Now I feel like I'm getting into that type of rhythm where I could start talking about random stuff without any point and keep on going and going, which could just happen. But unless I press the button anytime soon, then, it'll just keep on going and never end. And who knows what's